learn to profit from other people's experience. My life changed when I started reading books. I know, as corny as that sounds, it's true. The first book I ever read in my entire life was by Robin Sharma, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. And that started everything. After I found that initial purpose in my life, that one book showed me what was possible with the human mind. And all it ever did was gave me perspective. That's what I mean by profiting from other people's experience. Your life only changes once you build a life changing perspective. If you see things differently, you act differently, and hence, you live an above average life. So recently, I was just listening to some lectures by Jim Rohn. Amazing mentor, and just amazing topics that he talks about. And one thing that he mentioned in one of his lectures is that I was listening to it on YouTube. He said that don't spend major time on minor things. And that one line changed everything in just one day. Because for the past 2 months, I've been realizing that I have been spending major time on minor things. I say that I want to get good with human intelligence. I say that I want to get good with sales. I say that I want to get good with all these things. But I'm not spending enough time studying, enough time doing. And where does my time go to? It's the little things that consume a lot of time. Schoolwork. I say that I want to do the bare minimum, but I end up studying 4 hours a day. I say that I'm not going to watch movies, but I end up watching 4 hours of movies. Binge watch. So it's these minor things that my time goes to. And what happens to the other things? Well, they just get left behind. I'm supposed to be constantly reading this book called The Ops Manual. This teaches everything about human behavior, human nature, persuasion, influence. I'm supposed to be breaking down business videos, sales. I'm supposed to be reviewing my sales conversations that I'm having with people. And I haven't been doing that because my time isn't going into those things. And I'm looking at my tracker. I started tracking the shit that I do every single day. And when Jim Rohn said that one line, it reinforced the perspective. Like I said in the beginning, all knowledge ever does is expand your perspective. It doesn't do anything else. But that perspective allows you to see things clearly. And that's what I saw. I was going through my lists and everything was just minor things and too much of doing. So it was a combination of the things that don't matter, and I was having too much of output, like doing the sales role, editing content, and there wasn't any input going in, even though my inputs are basically outputs, studying, which is the main thing. When you're building something, there is a ratio to have between learning, studying, and doing. And doing has to be the most, but you can't neglect on learning. Because that's when your output improves every single day. The more you learn, the more you analyze. And now, seeing things much more clearly, I've been linking all the facts to my feelings, and my feelings being my journals, my behavior logs. And there's this constant recurring pattern that's happening. It's always giving into comfort, always leaving something on the table, not sleeping on time, not waking up on time. Yesterday, I finally slept at 8 o'clock sharp, and I woke up at 4, feeling refreshed. And I even put it on my window. This month's intention was recovery, and I'm going back on my fucking tracker, and it clearly says, did I sleep at 7:30 p.m.? Empty. That complete row is just empty for the past, 28 days. And these are the major things that I haven't been spending time on. Another piece of knowledge that I profited heavily from was Robert Greene's book, The 48 Laws of Power. I think that book saved me at least 20 years of hardship. Simply reading that book has built some sort of fire in me. It has built this character that is able to control himself. When I go around nowadays, I see people endlessly talk about themselves, share their plans, who are literally open books, who don't know how to be bad when times need a bad man, and don't know when to be good when times need a good man. Because that's what power is. It's the ability to go on both sides, to be good and bad, to be fluid. And even simple things like never outshining the master. Teachers, bosses, parents, managers. You never talk back to them, you never make them feel lower. Simple things. But all that book ever did was changed my perspective. And once that perspective is changed, my actions change. I think before I act. And over the past 2 years or so, because I read this 2 years ago, I'm glad that I did read the book. Because every day when shit happened, I always tied it back to the book. And it saved me so much of effort, time, and emotions. And that's what profiting from others looks like. It doesn't make you a better person, but it just allows you to see things more clearly. If someone's doing well, just fucking listen to them. Because they know the mistakes that they have made and they don't want others to repeat it. And if you just listen to something, if something clicked, you save so much of time in your life. That's it. And I know I've saved at least 10 years of that simply from reading all these books, studying myself, and really that's it. I don't know what else to say about profiting from others' experience. Like once again, it's something that changes how you see the world. Every book, every podcast, every word changes how you see things. And the more you change your worldview, you change. So yeah, that's all I have on this video. Nothing crazy. Just something I thought, well, you would find helpful, I guess. I hope this helped. Ciao.